Ba-ba-ba-bum. Hello everyone, how is it going? Nice to see you, of course. Good to be live again. It's good. It's good. It feels good. Feels right. And we got a good game ahead of us, to be fair. But yeah, we are live. We're good to go. So let's do it. And if you look at the team, so starting team, our starting team, we have Ederson in goal, Stones, Akanji, Ake, Cancelo. I can only assume Ake is going to play left back. Interesting inclusion. De Bruyne, Rodri, Gundogan in midfield, Mahrez, Haaland, and Grealish up front. Well, that's better. For Dortmund, you got Maya, Meunier, Sule, Olmo, Guerrero, Oscar, Chan, Bellingham, Royce, Modest, and Reina. I'm pretty sure I've said half of their names wrong, but still, we go. And if you look at our form, I mean, our last game out we were against Sevilla, we won 4-0. And I said in the match preview, we played really well in that game, and I'm surprised. I'm not surprised he's changed the front three, but I'm surprised that he's not included Alvarez in that. And he's gone with Grealish and Mahrez, gone for them both, because I think probably at the moment they are weakest three, our weakest wide men. So that's surprising. Dortmund's had a decent start to the season so far, but they did lose to Red Bull Leipzig last time out, and they got absolutely battered in that game. I watched it. They could have lost that by 5 or 6, and probably should have done. So it was poor. Yeah, that's our starting 11. The downside to this, of course, is the internet's been really bad today. Like, really bad. It keeps going down, and I mean, hopefully we get through the watch along fine. I'm not really sure if we will. And all the talk today is going to be about Haaland, of course, playing against his old team. But I think the key for me is, and I said that over the last couple of weeks, is we need momentum going into this break. Because coming back from that, we've got United. And I think I'd like to see better performances than what we've had so far. We've had some decent ones, but we've had some poor ones as well. I think we were lucky to get away from the Newcastle game with a point, because I thought we played pretty poor for most of it. Because we came into it really well at the end and arguably looked the most likely to win it. But they let us back in that one. Palace as well at home were absolutely dire. Really poor. He's playing Stones at right back and Zhao at left back. He has played Stones at right back before and he's done alright, to be fair to him. He has, he's done really well when he's been there. I'm still surprised by it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I expect us to win, but I also think both teams will go through the group. And both teams should go through the group. There's Haaland, camera on him. I mean, I feel like I've been saying all season anyway, and I feel like I'm going to say for the rest of the season that all the talk's going to be about Haaland and, you know, all the focus is going to be on him, which is, I guess, letting the team go under the radar a little bit. I mean, everyone's expecting us to win everything, of course, as usual, but they're still expecting us to you know, they're taking any attention off us a little bit and going for Haaland. So he has to play the national anthem before kickoff. Interesting. But of course, you've got the UEFA Champions League. I mean, I guess some people are against the national anthem, but Italian referee. There's the minute silence over. Kickoff coming very shortly. About to kick off. And we're off. Already pushing from the start. It's quite a nice link up from De Bruyne and Mahrez there. Akanji looked good against Sevilla, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. And it's good that we've signed a centre back and he's gone straight into the team, you know. He's not been like Ake, but on the fringes and stuff. He can come in and play. Because the one area of the field where we've struggled when we picked up injuries is the centre back position. In fact, defence as well. Full back, we're not exactly got lots of numbers. Where's De Bruyne early on? Mahrez going to go back. Nice little ball out from Roger to the left there, and Cancelo's got it on the edge of the box, whips it in. Towards Haaland. Keeper gets it. I think it'd be really good to see Grealish play well today too. Get a goal maybe. Maybe an assist as well. That'd be nice. Goal and an assist. It was a high foot by Rodri, but Royce didn't actually go for the ball then, so it's fine. And we've got it midway inside our own half. It's Akanji now. Okay, he's got Cancelo on his left. He goes that way too. And we're currently, as well, I believe it's 20 games unbeaten at home in the Champions League. That's our run. And the next team after us is like Bayern on 5 or 6. So, doing well. Goes to show as well, and I've said it a few times in recent years, that I think if you play second in the Champions League in the knockout stages, I think it's huge. I think it's really big. Obviously big in any cup competition if you're playing at home, but Champions League seems to mean more. Unfortunately, last season we had both Madrid teams away from home second, and it was just one game too many. Mahrez has somehow came away with that from 2 players. I don't know how he did that, but he did. Gundogan looks over the top. But Mahrez is in loads of space, like 15 yards of space there. He's inside the box now. Chips it in towards the keeper. I don't think it was a pass, and I don't think it was a shot. I just think it was one of those where you just put it in the box, see what happens. Nobody attacking the near post, so keeper has it. Well onside though, look at that. He is well onside. Hey Bosk, how's it going? Nice to see you. How is it going? How is it going indeed? Da, 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 da. you can see why Dortmund have done well this season so far. They've only lost on the weekend, but other than that, they've done all right. And you can see why, because when they win that ball, look at them piling forward. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow shirts there, and our back four. They're bombing forward. They're kind of bypassing the midfield, because you look there when he won that ball. Rodri was ahead of 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow shirts were behind him. 4. So you can see their plan. Yeah, I'm not bad, thanks. Just chilling. Not really done anything today, to be honest. Not done a thing today. Internet keeps dropping as well, so I'm hoping it lasts the length of the watch along. That'd be nice. But internet has not been great today. Been really, really bad. In fact, it was bad yesterday too. I'll tell someone. Yeah, I remember. I mean, we only ever have like 4 or 5 people drop in on the regular, I think. Or at least chat. I think you've been here for the last 3 or 4. There's usually you, Bin Chicken, my favourite name of all time. Makes me laugh every time I see it, Bin Chicken. Gets me every time. AB. All that. They can only have a throw, chilling. Yeah, I think you went away. I think I want to say... I was going to say Australia, but because I know you're ahead. You had to go to bed, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it is Australia. Like Indonesia, I don't know. Indonesia or something. There's something. I'm trying to think. Really 4 hours ahead, 5 hours ahead. Unless I'm getting that mixed up, I don't know. Sevilla was last week. Been a long week. Goodbye. You see, I was close. I knew you were ahead. Because we were talking about the heat and how hot it was, and I said I wouldn't last in the shade. Because here it's been, I think it's 22 today here. Too hot. Interesting, that Grealish picks up the... Bellingham's telling Grealish to get up. The Real Z, I was close. Bellingham's a good player, isn't he? If all the talks are right, he's going to Liverpool next season. I'd like us to sign him. I mean, Gundogan's coming to the end, isn't he? Football at 1 PM. How hot is it at 1 PM? I was going to say, how hot is it at 1 PM there? It's got to be hot. I'd be shocked if it's not in the 30s at least. Maybe even higher. Playing football in 40-degree heat? Nah, thanks. I can't even sleep in 20-degree heat, let alone be outside playing football in 40-degree heat. No way. Whenever I've been on holiday and it's been like high 30s or 40s, not only have I burned, but I've also not done any activity whatsoever. Also just lay there. No, that's too hot. Don't know how you do that. I mean, if you're used to it, I suppose, but... Come to Dubai, no chance. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. I'm not going to Dubai. Although they're pushing quite a lot of sports over there, aren't they, as well? Because obviously they've got the World Cup in that area of the world, and they've also getting they also like to pick up the boxing. So they do get a lot of sports there. I think the UFC goes there a bit as well, or I started going there. City just letting them have the ball at the moment. They're just passing it around, and they're not even. So their defenders are sitting like, I don't know, about 10 yards inside their own half. They're pushing up towards the halfway line. We're just letting them do it. And this is what I mean by momentum before the game in the match preview and going into this. We need to keep it up because with United coming back from the break, I know it's a while and the mentality is going to be different because the players are on their international breaks. Applied for World Cup tickets. I don't know what their criteria is for World Cup. I don't know how they do it. Obviously, with the club teams, like if I get a ticket for City, well, I have a season ticket, of course. I also have a tram ticket next to me too. Yeah. Tram ticket. All Metrolink stops to the Etihad campus. But yeah, if I apply a ticket for City, of course, usually in the Champions League or whatnot. I mean, I can get all the home games fine, but if I want to go away, it goes on like point systems. And for the World Cup, I imagine is it first come, first serve? Is it a lottery? I don't know how it is. It must be a lottery. So I think the Olympics is a lottery. And he's going to outplay that. Yeah, unlucky that, Joao. He did well though, Cancelo. He took on his man, got past, was it 2 or 3? I think it was 2 he got past, and then he ran out of play. Which is typical Cancelo, really. Does really well, and then it's out. Close. Did alright. Needed to put in the box just that one touch sooner. Expensive or complicated going to a City game? Not really. I mean, you would have heard all the memes, I'm sure, and all the stories about the empty hard and saying the City ground's empty and stuff. So it's never full. It's not full. Like, I go to all the home league games, which is why I don't watch the watch-alongs for them and I don't stream for them. I used to go to all the Champions League games as well, but I stopped at COVID and I've not been to one since. And I was going to all the cup games as well. I went to every home game before COVID, and then when COVID hits, I just started going to the league games instead and doing this. So it's not complicated. It's not that expensive either. I think we're the second cheapest in the Premier League, tickets-wise. I think there's only Aston Villa, they were saying, who were cheaper than us. And it's not complicated at all, because like I said, it's usually empty, so I think if you go early enough, you'll get a ticket for any game. Except maybe not the United game or the Liverpool game, the bigger ones. But for this, you would have easily got a ticket today. It wouldn't have been a problem. And they also have, if you don't get a ticket from the club, they do, it's called, what's it called? Ticket exchange, I think it's called. Where the season ticket holders and other people with tickets for the club, for the game, they can't go, so they just sell their ticket on for the same price that they bought it. So you're not paying like £100 more than you should be, because they sell it back to the club and then the club sell it on through that, which is pretty good. So I like that. So the club will buy it back off them. So they can just sell it for a normal price. What's a study? Let's see. Haaland back post and they put it in. Unlucky lad. England's an interesting place because you can. The weather's crap. The weather is not great. Although if you don't like the heat, you'll love it here. Particularly in the north. The north is colder than the south. I've lived in a few places and the only place I really despise is London. Too busy. Too expensive. London is a very expensive place to live. Like it's a lot more expensive than Manchester. But they pay like higher wages and stuff because the cost of living is so much higher. Which is also mad when I think about it because of how small a country we actually are. You know, it's not like we've got different time zones or anything. You'd think it'd all be just the same across the board, but it's really expensive in London. Kid, they should let Dortmund run at you again. Good hit. It's a good hit though. It's lucky Edison was right behind it. I honestly don't know what a 9 is because I was doing A, B, C, D, E in school, so I think 9's high? B? C? I don't know what. I honestly don't know what 9 is. I think 1 is fail. I think low one's 1, then high up. They changed it to numbers, and I don't understand it. So you have to tell me on that one. Is 9 a B? 9 a C? Oh, if it's any consolation, I don't know what to do about my future. I wouldn't worry about it. I think it's fine to not know you. Like, people always try and pressure you from school and pressure you into college. Like, I went to college and I'm not doing what I did there. I wanted to for a while, but in my mid-20s, I didn't. And I think it's okay to not know going into your 40s, to be honest with you. I don't, you know, because things change and your life changes and opinions change. And everyone gets their different stages and different ways. So I think not knowing what you want to do, I think it's fine. Although I'm very laid back in that sense. I'm quite relaxed about money and stuff and careers. I'm not that bothered about it all. Of course, not everyone's like that. So I think as long as you're not murdering people, doing in any particular bad things, I think you're okay. And even if you are, there's still a chance to save your soul if you relax a little bit and you know, be a better person. I think going through life, you improve yourself anyway, regardless. I mean, people go really bad too, of course. But generally speaking, people get better and become better people through life the older they get. I think. I would like to think so anyway. Maris, Paul Bolton, Brian never getting that. A and A plus, that's what 9 is. Easy. Passionate. Pretty much do anything then, I guess. Playing so far, I mean, we're playing quite terribly, I think. Dortmund have defended well, though. And when they break, they are breaking quick. They're getting 4 or 5 yellow shirts up. We've got a game plan. And they're doing it quite well. I wouldn't call it end to end. Well, they're doing well. As we see Angie going down in the box. A replay. And considering I watched Dortmund on the weekend against Red Bull Leipzig and they were awful. They were really poor. They got beat 3-0. And they should have been more. Yeah, again, basketball is fair. I think it's both teams just feeding each other out. Dortmund don't want to push too high. You know, they don't want to be exposed because obviously they know we've got Haaland and they know how he works because they had him for a while. Of course, we will hurt you if you open the game up, so they're just keeping it nice and tight at the moment. Grealish went from Mahrez at the back post there, and I think usually Gundogan's running in. Gundogan's normally at that penalty spot waiting, but he wasn't this time. I think the biggest surprise for me in this game is that he's played Grealish and he's played Mahrez. Because like I said, I think of our wide men this season, they're probably our weakest. Mahrez can't reach down as a goal kick. Mahrez getting his foot in, I like that. That's better for Mahrez, that. Got to be more aggressive when he's going into them tackles. Because if he'd pinched the ball there, it was like 3-on-3. Mahrez with a nice little touch. He's not going to get there though. Almost did really well. There's just no intensity from the team at the moment. There's no... Okay, did really well. Head back that to Edison. Yeah, there's just no intensity. We're just missing it. And I think sometimes this season he's liked to play De Bruyne and Gundogan together in the middle, and it's not always worked. We've had quite a few of the games where they've been pretty cold. And it's not until the second half they've clicked into gear. So even if the first half's going as poorly as this, I'd expect us to do better in the second. Regardless of if we're winning, losing or drawing. My apologies, what went down the wrong way. But we've got a corner here, De Bruyne's going to whip in, right foot curler. Keeper punches it, no one attacked it again though. Half of them went front post and half of them went back post, no one's in the middle. Where's De Bruyne? Chips in left foot. Mahrez misses it. I think defender put him off. Kanji does well to stand up. I'm surprised it's a Dortmund ball, but there is Dortmund ball just inside their own half. And of course, when you've got De Bruyne and you got Gundogan, you're going to create something eventually, even if it's a slow game. Other scores, I did have the other scores up. Let's go through them. Let's do it. Well, there's a surprising one for you straight away. So all fixtures. So they're all 0-0 every single game. Juventus playing Benfica, Copenhagen against Sevilla. The other game in our group, that's 0-0. Chelsea, Red Bull, Salzburg, 0-0. Rangers, Napoli, 0-0. Real Madrid, 0-0 with Red Bull, Leipzig. But the one goal has been Maccabi Haifa against PSG. PSG getting beat by Maccabi Haifa. And I think that sums up Paris Saint-Germain for me. They like to do that, don't they? They like to play well against teams like Juventus. But when they're in for a proper fight, they're usually not up for it. Here's Grealish on the left now. He was aggressive, he did well. Didn't get past his man, but at least he ran at him. De Bruyne got a foot in. Oh, he's done really well there against Royce. Gundogan. Tip tapping. It's Gundogan again, middle of their half. Goes back to Kanji on the halfway line. Interesting as well, because Pep's been playing these fullbacks in the middle. You can see John Stones there, centre mid. Interesting to see him there. Although I like Stones, he used to play a bit further forward for Everton before we signed him. Like, sometimes played defensive mid, so I think he is good on the ball. De Bruyne does well to give it Rodri. There we go. Now here's Stonesy running the defense. He gets it to Haaland as well. He went for he gave him back, but unfortunately Stones had been on the floor. Kanji getting his foot in again, and it's going to be another throw to... No, it's City's throw. Midway inside the Dortmund half. Surprising, I thought that was a Dortmund throw myself, but I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. Too slow with Mahrez. You know, I said this. In fact, I said this live in a match preview for the Tottenham game. And... oof, what a hit from Cancelo. Well wide and over, but at least he's trying something. But I said this during the it's probably time for Mahrez to go, and he got upset and unsubscribed. He told me I was wrong, and he used to like the channel, and it insta unsubscribed because I said Mahrez needs to be sold. But hey, we've all got opinions. You know, we've all got opinions. I've been thinking of doing vlogs. In fact, because vlogging isn't... it's weird to say, but vlogging isn't really my thing. I'm a bit more of a... bit too much of an introvert to be filming myself on my phone or whatever on a camera. Don't like that. Don't like the attention it gives me, surprisingly. So I've asked my sister to vlog the games instead. I'll see if she will. I've asked her to. But yeah, going back to the Mahrez thing. He likes to go backward a lot, Mahrez. Grealish is interesting. Grealish picks up the ball and he wants to run at the defender immediately. Mahrez tends to go backward with it, but like I said, I think these are probably our weakest wide men at the moment, Grealish and Mahrez. I can't believe he didn't start Alvarez or Foden. Or both. Or Bernardo. He's played Bernardo right wing all season so far. I agree, I like Foden. I think Foden's immense. And it's strange as well because if you saw Pep's pre-match press conference, I think it's for the Tottenham game before it was cancelled. He said that Foden's not had a good season, but what he brings is work rate, effort, and his determination. But he said he's not played well, and I agree with him. I don't think he's had a great start to the season, Foden. I think he's been like the rest of the team. I think the whole team has been, apart from Haaland, the whole team's been hot and cold. And if we've been going through like entire games hot and cold, like they'll play really bad first half, play better second half, which we've seen a few times. But no one's hit true form yet. What would be my Champions League? Do you know, I don't think it, at the moment, it's hard to say because when we reached the Champions League final against Chelsea, I went to the academy and I watched it at the ground. And when the lineup was read out, every single fan just groaned because we knew Pep had made a massive mistake. Because he'd played the same team in the quarterfinals against Dortmund, he played the same team in the semi-finals against PSG. He hadn't changed the team at all, he hadn't changed the tactics. He played the same 11s going into them games. And then for the final, he switched up. He took Rodri off. You know, he brought Fernandinho in. He brought in Sterling. And the team just didn't look the same. If he just played the same team he had in the quarterfinal and the semi-final, I think we win that game. Yeah, Foden's going to be, I mean... I said it pretty much most of last season. Foden's one of the first names on the team sheet for me. Foden, De Bruyne, Haaland now, I guess. And Rodri. They're on the team sheet every match for me, first. Defensively, been hit and miss in it this season. We've had some poor performances. Look at the pressing from De Bruyne there, though. Long ball up. And De Bruyne was the only one to run. Everyone else just chilling back. And now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellow shirts here running at our defence immediately. It looks like they've got a corner. Yeah, they've got a corner. And this is what I'm saying. When they're picking the ball up, they're breaking really fast. They're going straight through the midfield. They're just bypassing it. You probably know this defence is really weak at the moment. I don't trust them to keep clean sheets. Diaz. I mean, I like Diaz. Of course I do. But I also really like Stones when he's fit. I think Ake's played well this season. I think Ake, before his injury against Newcastle, was playing really, really well. And towards the end of last season, Ake was brilliant, I thought. Particularly in the games against Liverpool. You know, I know we got smashed in the FA Cup by them. In that first half, we 3-0 down. But Ake was one of the better players that game. He was also one of the better players in the league game against them. I think he was really, really good. Bellingham, I was saying this at the start of the game. Bellingham, I'd love to sign Bellingham. I really would. But then all the talks of him going to Liverpool, isn't it? But I think with Haaland with us, surely he wants to go play with his mate. I know one of his best mates is Sancho as well. Well, surely you're not going to go to United unless United have a massive resurgence on the Ten Hag. Just for me at the moment, United could still go either way. They could go really well or really poorly. But I think if it goes badly for United on the Ten Hag, I don't know where they go after that. They're doomed. Not doomed, because it's not like they're getting relegated. I mean, this team's struggling to survive. Stones, you did so well and then so poor all in one. Stones ran there about 20 yards with the ball. Nice bit of dribbling, nice bit of ball control, and then when he went to pass it, didn't. Absolutely messed up. Is this Gundogan and De Bruyne combination in midfield I'm not a fan of at the moment. When you're playing teams like Bournemouth who are not going to attack and Nottingham Forest when you're going to smash them for 6, it's fine. But when you're playing teams like Dortmund, they were going to attack you. Teams like Newcastle are going to attack you. And teams like... Tell you what, Ake's done really well there again, see? Aaron falls to Rodri, great positioning. Nice touch from De Bruyne. Mahrez, too slow. Look at De Bruyne going mad at Mahrez there. And he's right to, you're right, he slowed it down again. Everyone was doing one touches. Rodri, De Bruyne got to Mahrez, and instead of passing out wide, who had Gundogan and Grealish 2-on-1, he decides to take 3 touches and cut inside. It's Grealish now, just shoot. There we go, better. See, more positive from Grealish. You see the frustration on his face because he probably gets quite a lot of stick. But I think he's doing well. It's just one of those things. It's just not working out. He is mint Bellingham. That is a good word, mint. Don't hear that a lot these days. In fact, I said it. Was it yesterday I said it? I was like, I don't say mint a lot. Or mint is a great word. Because that is exactly what he is, mint. That one for Sporting Lisbon looked good as well last night against Tottenham. I know it's only Tottenham, but what was his name? Can't think of his name. Well, he looked really good. Let's go through the scores again, shall we? It's still all the same. 1-0 apart from the Maccabi Haifa Paris Saint-Germain game. Paris Saint-Germain still getting beat 1-0. Maccabi Haifa. Crossing was too high for Haaland there. Stones keeps it, gives it to Mahrez. Mahrez goes back to Kanji. I can't remember the last time I saw Mahrez take a player on. He's got to be a bit more confident in himself and just go for it like Grealish. Doesn't work out for Grealish, but at least he tries. Just passing it back around the halfway line at the moment. Nothing exciting. Mahrez Haaland, nice turn. Beautiful ball as well, out to Grealish, who's in the box. Cuts inside, tries to hit it, blocked again, another corner. That's twice now. Twice in like 2 minutes. But Haaland, do you know what? He doesn't get the credit he deserves for his passing and his approach play, because if you look at the amount of times he links up with someone and he usually finds the man. He does really well laying players off. Don't foul him. As soon as he went down, I knew. Shame that we had some good possession there. Put good pressure on them. And then he puts him, yeah, it is a foul. Roger took him out. It's a shame that. Good defended in the end. Pep always looks smart. He definitely looks smart and black, doesn't he? United this season, like I said, I think United could go either way. I think United could go. I mean, again, United have been hit and miss, haven't they? They lost their first 2 games, then they had that great win against Liverpool. That kind of, you know, got them all hyped up again. Then you look at the game against. Who did they play? Southampton. I thought they were lucky to win that game. And then they played. Oh, they played Arsenal, didn't they? They beat Arsenal. Good game, that. I think they did well as well, because, of course, Arsenal won every game up until that point. So Arsenal were feeling good about themselves. Well, United could still go either way. PSG goal. Let's have a look. You're right. It's 1-1. Messi, of course, is. I can't wait till him and Ronaldo retire, so I don't have to listen to this bloody nonsense all every day about who the best player in the world is. Yeah, Messi is good. United, you think we're going to smash United? I don't know. Again, I think he can go either way, because if you look at how Ten Hag has them playing, he has them playing like Ole, but better. So Ole tried to copy Liverpool. Defend deep, hit on the counter with pace over the top. That's what Ten Hag's doing with them at the moment. And with our defense, they're lethal, man. Our defense is so poor at counter attacks because we've got no pace. And if Walker doesn't play in that game, definitely going to struggle with pace. But then again, Walker cannot defend at the moment. He's been so poor. Oh, Grealish and Haaland were not looking. It was a great ball by De Bruyne. Neither of them were looking. Gotta do better there. I think that's not Grealish, that. But I'd like us to buy United. Love it if Haaland got a hat-trick. It'd be great, that, wouldn't it? But it's not like Pep has a stellar record against United as City manager. So either it goes really well where we score 4, or it goes really poorly. Yeah, now the keeper been tested. It's been a pretty boring game, I'd have to say. I just think it's one of those games where neither team, you know, they're not too fussed. But like 7-8 minutes left in the half anyway. Really switches it again to Mahrez. We've seen that a few times. Doesn't reach Mahrez. At least Mahrez got back, put his foot in. Nice. He's got to go again, though. He's got to go again. And he's just watched him run. He's just watched him run. He watched him do it. That's poor for Mahrez, that. Well played. See you, boss. You have a good night yourself as well. See you on Saturday. You're on for Saturday for the Wolves game. Early kickoff. I think it's 12:30 here, so it'll be 3:30 where you are. The 3:30 where you are. So yeah, come drop in on Saturday for the early stream. I'll be doing that one. Don't like the lineup. I don't like the front 3. It's the front 3 I don't like. Grealish and Mahrez with Haaland. I think De Bruyne, I don't know what De Bruyne's pass was. I don't know if he was aiming for Stones, who wasn't even looking for the ball. He's aiming for Haaland, who was just trying to make space. I don't know what his ball was. Hey, boss, have fun. Enjoy. Enjoy 40-degree heat. That is too hot, that. But, I mean, I don't know what about the lineup, do you know, like? You're going to Wolves. Oh, nice. Nice. Did he go to Wolves last season when De Bruyne just destroyed them in the first half? I think the next game I'm going to is actually the United game. City United. Pace. The one thing City have always lacked, though, really is pace. And you're right, if you look at that team, Grealish doesn't have it, Mahrez doesn't have it, De Bruyne doesn't have it, Gundogan doesn't have it, none of the back four have it, Rodri doesn't have it. There's absolutely no pace in that team, you're right. But it's not even about pace, we're not even... Like I said earlier, there's no intensity at the moment. No one's playing with any like need to do anything. They're just all... And same with Dortmund as well, both teams are right. Both teams are just kind of a chill game at the moment. I guess Dortmund have done really well because they've taken any sting out of the game. They've kept it quite... They've kept it to their pace as well. There's no real urgency at the moment from anyone. Not from any of our players, not from any of theirs. And they are packing that midfield. Look at that halfway line. 4 yellow shirts right along the line of it. Leaving Roger 3 around him then. He's done well to get the foul. Chan's like, me? Did I foul him? Of course did. You tripped him. Wolves v City, 11:30 it starts, 12:30 kickoff, I'm pretty sure. On BT, and I can't stand BT, but... You're right, the game is boring. I 100% agree with you. Absolutely boring. But what would you change? I mean, who would you take off? That long ball to Mahrez has not worked all half. I mean, who are we changing? You got 5 subs to make it half time. What are you doing? I really do think it's the Gundogan De Bruyne in the middle, you know. I really think. It doesn't suit this kind of game. You should... That's where Bernard or Alvarez should be on in this kind of game. Cancelo's done alright on the left again there. He's got a throw. See Gundogan clap at Rodri there. He clapped at him. Give him the ball. Stones shrugging. Stones is on this near side. Hey, he went to pass the ball forward to Gundogan, but shrugged because no one's moving. They had to go back to Akanji. Yeah, it's been a pretty boring half. Well, I think it's been boring from everyone. I can't say they've had a good half. We've not had a good half. They got a free kick. Good job he gave the free kick there actually as well, because I think he was actually one-on-one with the keeper. I think... Phil, who'd you take off for Phil? Which one? Just taking Grealish, you taking Mahrez off? What boring first half that was. Could have been done a watch on for a different game. Scores. Interesting. So scores at the moment: Chelsea 0, Red Bull Salzburg 0, FC Copenhagen 0, Sevilla 0. That's still a game in our group. I expect both them teams to go out this competition. They're not going through. Juventus 1, Benfica 1, Maccabi Haifa 1, Paris Saint-Germain 1, Manchester City 0, Borussia Dortmund 0, Rangers 0, Napoli 0, Real Madrid 0, Red Bull Leipzig 0. It looks like it's a boring night all in all because there's only been 4 goals and there's only been goals in 2 games. No one's having a great time. Early one, AC Milan 1-3-1 against Dynamo Zagreb, and Shakhtar Donetsk drew 1-0 with Celtic. Celtic played really well in that game. Should have won. Celtic should have won that game. Yeah, I agree. I like I said it right before the game kicked off. As soon as the stream started, I don't want to see. I think Grealish and Mahrez are the worst wingmen we've got, worst wide men at the moment. Neither of them are playing well. Neither of them are doing it. Foden, I'm surprised he didn't start Foden, actually. I am really surprised, but you know. Hey, Bin Chicken. Told you I love that name every time. I swear to God, I want Bin Chicken on my gravestone. And you're right, no Alvarez, no Partey. I mean, he's on the bench, isn't he? I haven't actually looked at the bench. Sterling's playing right wing back, is he? That's amazing. Potter changed him. Yeah, Alvarez is... Why is Alvarez not playing? Does anyone know why Pep doesn't want to play him? When Alvarez was the star of the South America last season. Sunderland are beating Reading. Anyone who cares? I don't really care. Norwich are beating Bristol City, but that's a good game actually. If Rangers can get something against Napoli, that's a good result. Chelsea, Salzburg, 0-0. Yeah. Akanji, Gundogan and Haaland to score, all the former Borussia Dortmund boys. I don't know. I think Akanji's done well actually since coming in, and I'm glad we've got another centre-back because we get a lot of injuries through the season at centre-back. Gundogan, I think Gundogan needs to go off, you know. I don't think that the De Bruyne-Gundogan partnership works. I don't think there's enough. You don't really have the same effect than whenever you have Bernardo next to De Bruyne or Bernardo next to Gundogan. When you've got De Bruyne and Gundogan, it just seems to be you leave Rodri isolated a lot more. And there's a couple of occasions where he had 3 Dortmund players around him, and he did well to get away from. And it also means that when they attacked that counter, there's less going back because Gundogan and De Bruyne like to push up and play in the final third rather than hang around the midfield or push backward. Like trap back. I mean, they'll do it, and I've seen them do it, you know, of course they will, but Bernardo's already thinking, he's already got that mentality, just in case, whereas them two don't. I think Gundogan and De Bruyne don't work in these kind of games. Like I said, they work really well when you're smashing teams like Forest 6-0 and you're smashing teams like Bournemouth 4-0. But in these games, I don't think it works. On the right, Mahrez just doesn't seem the same player he was even last year. He doesn't attack his man. He likes to go backward with it instead. He takes so many touches. There was a point in that half when De Bruyne was yelling at him because they were trying to counter. Rodri had won it on the half on the edge of our box. He'd pass it up to De Bruyne. He tapped it first time around the corner for Mahrez. He then decided to take 4 touches and move to the right when there was 2 players, Grealish and Gundogan, on his left, unmarked, like 2-on-1. And De Bruyne was yelling at him to pass it that way, but he didn't. And Grealish, I don't know if Grealish is just trying too hard or what, but obviously it's not working out for him at the moment, is it? I mean, I haven't checked out Feyenoord or Schalke, to be honest. I mean, look at them stats there. We've had 64% possession. We've had 4 shots to their 1. We've had 230 passes in their half to their 65. But we're doing nothing with it. I mean, fair play to Dortmund. They've really stopped everything. They really haven't let us get going. Well, I guess their game plan's working. And you're right, Pep doesn't like make changes, and it's one of the things that frustrates me as well. I watched it against Villa. The Villa game, oh my word, we were crying out for a change for like half an hour and he didn't make them. In fact, when Villa got the goal, when Villa went 1-1 and they looked like scoring a second, he brought on Ake. He didn't bring on any offensive substitutions. I mean, I think he brought on Mahrez in that game, didn't he? And then he didn't really have touch or anything. He didn't do anything. Jack is average. I don't know about average. I think Jack's better than average. I'm not saying I don't know if he's Champions League quality, but I think he was better than Villa. Well, if it doesn't work out for Jack in this season, you can't really see it working out at all, can you? If you've got 2 full seasons in a club and you're not doing anything, you know, you got to ask yourself. And again, I don't know if he's just trying too hard or what, but it's just not clicking for him. You got 3 Dortmund players there. In fact, you got 5 Dortmund players around Haaland there. And the dropping off is all expecting him to run when he doesn't. Pep there frustrated because he knows not passing enough. You know, we're not positive enough. Talking about how many touches Haaland's had again, but pointless because if he has more than them, he'll score. I don't know why he's not showing it. Honestly, I mean, Grealish. I mean, I don't dislike Grealish. I like him. I was happy when we signed him. I thought he'd do better than what he is doing. But I think one of the things of Grealish, and I try and summarize it, when you're playing for Villa, when he's playing for Villa, he's playing every single game. He was the captain. He'd play all 90 minutes. He wouldn't be dropped. But with us, he plays every 2 games, every 3 games. He plays for just 20 minutes a match. And maybe that takes some getting used to, you know. He doesn't have 90 minutes every week, like twice a week, 3 times a week to get into his stride. He's got like 20 minutes in a week. Big difference. Away kit. You know, I was looking at them shorts against Sevilla. I think I kind of liked them at the end. I've watched the highlights a few times, and the shorts are kind of, they'd actually kind of come to like. I used to like the maroon kits when I was younger. But if Grealish doesn't work out, you got to think as well, at the end of the season, I think Mahrez will go at the end of the season. I really do. I don't see him staying much longer. Even Pep doesn't want to play him half the time. But then you're looking at replacing Grealish and you're looking at replacing Mahrez. Could be a big ask. I mean, I don't think we've fully replaced Jesus. We replaced Sterling, I think. But we've not replaced Jesus. We can play across the front 3 anywhere. And at his level. Right now I'm seeing an advert for shingles. I've had chicken pox. I had it as a kid. Great. Now I can look forward to shingles when I'm older. Edwards, yeah, he was the one yesterday, wasn't it? That Edwards looked really good against Tottenham. That run he did where he took on like 6 players. Ridiculous. I honestly still think we should have tried to buy Son last season, not Kane. Couldn't believe we went for Kane for 2 months just to not give them the money they wanted when we could have spent it on Son, and I think they would have sold him as well. But imagine Son on that left, Foden on the right, Haaland in the middle. That would have been devastating. I know Pep's not going to make any subs in this half. Like this half. Oh, I've not stopped the time, rather. That's because it was so boring, the game. It's not good enough, but if you look at, I mean, look at the games we've had this season so far. We had West Ham away, which I thought we were okay. We weren't great, but West Ham were really poor that game. Then we went and played, was it Bournemouth, 4-0. Bournemouth just rolled over. They just didn't want to get smashed 10-0. Then after that, Newcastle away, wasn't it? And 3-3. We were poor most of that Newcastle game. We started off well for the first 5-6 minutes. Obviously, Gundogan put us in front, but then for like 50 minutes, we were awful. Newcastle were all over us. They absolutely battered us. We couldn't defend. We had no midfield. The front three weren't keeping hold of the ball. And then the last half an hour, we do what we do. We turned it on. Crystal Palace at home. First half, absolutely shocking. And I was at that game, and I can tell you now, it felt like it felt like being at the Villa game at the end of last season when we won the league. It was so poor that first half, and again, I don't think we'd had a shot on target. We were so bad against Palace. And then also we came back in the second half and we absolutely battered them because they got tired. And I think mentally they broke a little bit. Villa started off well, poor at the end of the game. Pep didn't make any substitutions, which he needed to do. Sevilla last week, obviously came through that one 4-0. But we've been hot and cold all season so far in games. Not just like hot one game, cold another game, but hot and cold in the same games. Where we've had 50, 60 minutes of absolute crap. And then turned it on for half an hour, which is won us the game, and got Haaland 2 hat-tricks in like 19 minutes, 26 minutes. But we've been dire this season through most of the games. We've not quite clicked, which is poor. I agree, we do need pacey wingers. The thing is, we lack pace massively. The one thing we get beat by, can we all agree that the one thing we get beat by every bloody season, why Liverpool tend to beat us, why Newcastle made us look stupid? Pace. Why Real Madrid beat us? Because pace. Like, it's pace. We struggle with pace. And then Pep doesn't sign anyone with pace. Our fullbacks, he first them slow. Now he's pushing our fullbacks into midfield, into the centre. Walker, who's our fastest player, well, probably our fastest defender, can't really use his pace because Pep's pushing him up into the halfway line where he's trying to make him as creative centre mid. It doesn't make any sense. He just makes some bizarre decisions. Walker, who's mid-30s, is going to be retiring soon. Well, maybe not that soon, but he's on his way. And then Pep decides to change a guy who's been fullback for 30-odd years and who only knows fullback into a creative mid who can't pass. It's appalling. So I agree, we do need pace. And if you look at the front three at the moment, and we've all said it, and I keep going back to it, I said at the beginning of the game before it kicked off, Grealish and Mahrez are our weakest wingers at the moment. Even Pep doesn't want to play them in the league. When he needs to make a sub, he doesn't make them because he doesn't want to bring them on. So he needs to do something. But fair play to Dortmund as well, because they really have stopped everything. Yeah, Julian. Big fan of Julian. I thought he was fantastic against Forest. Imagine playing that well against Forest and then not playing again after that. He's not played him since, has he? I don't think. Pep needs to make more changes. This is a guy that whinged for 2-3 years, complained 2-3 years about needing 5 subs in the Premier League. We need 5 subs, we need 5 subs. And then he doesn't make subs when he gets 5 subs. It is so strange. And you're right, Rico Lewis, I did see that. Rico Lewis is actually pretty good. Thanks, Tuna. See you again. Remember to hit the like button if you haven't. Anyone, like button. I never say that enough because I feel really uncomfortable saying it, but hit like and subscribe. Do it. I really don't like saying it. But I'd never do well on Twitch or anything. I like Edison's kit. What do you think of Edison's goalkeeper kit? I like it. I think it's pretty good. I know it's like the maroon around the blue shirt. Haaland and Royce having a great time, having a great giggle. He's like, you've not touched the ball, mate. I don't know how you've gone with the same 11. And if you've seen... Yeah, if you've seen the latest, like, Together documentary, which has been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it, to be honest. From start to finish. Cheeky was saying in that they don't like signing players in January and they're never going to do it unless like there's a long-term injury or something. So don't expect any players to come until next summer again. So this is our team now for the rest of the season. Yeah, I mean, that should be a decent game. In fact, it's hard to know actually, isn't it? Because now Potter's in charge, it changes things a little bit. I think with Tuchel, it would have been a pretty intense game, another 1-0. But with Potter, you're going to have to wait to see what he does with his team. Because Tuchel liked to play 8 defenders. And he had like 8 defensive players on the pitch, sometimes 9. I like Potter. I want him to do well, but I obviously don't want him to do well at Chelsea. Ah, that's unlucky that. Mahrez tried to head it through to Haaland, and do you know what? It's a good idea. I like the idea. Just doesn't reach Haaland. But the players aren't even pressing as much as they normally do. Again, which is odd because we've had a week off. You think they'd be energized, ready to go. That was never on. Rodri played De Bruyne into all sorts of trouble there. I mean, their man marking really well. And he went with De Bruyne. Well played as well. Oh my god. There's 3 safe plays. Haaland there pointing. Because he's like, how has no one gone with that runner? Because no one did. Now they get on the right hand side. Gundogan tracks back. Grealish is there. Ake, nice little pass out to Cancelo. Cuts in on his right. Gives it back to Ake. He wasn't really looking for the ball. And Edison, unusually for him, wild swing guy, and he's out. And Ake's telling Cancelo, why have you not played it further up the pitch? Ake wasn't looking when he gave him the ball then, and then he's passed it back to Edison from like 2 yards out, and he just had to hit it. Which has meant Dortmund have the ball. Oh, you wanted me to do England watch-alongs, didn't you? I remember this. Do you know what? I haven't thought... Well, I have thought about it, but I haven't decided because... I don't know. I mean, I could do England watch-alongs. I'm not really that fussed about it, though. Particularly the friendlies. And the Nations League thing. I really couldn't... But I mean, I could do it. It'd be nice... If we're all just going to chill and just have little chats, we could do. See why not? Because I was thinking as well... There's a pretty big gap, isn't there? Well, not a big gap, it's not like the summer, but that November, December with the World Cup. Probably do something. Do more watch-alongs. Don't even have to just watch England, I suppose. We could watch other teams as well, the big ones. And it gives us all a chance to hang out a bit more and talk things not City related, which will be nice too, I guess. We can just talk about what we ate that day, or what our favourite kind of bin chicken is. Go for chickens in black bins, wheelie bins, dust bins, kitchen bins. That was nice from Maris. He actually did something quite well. I just... Haaland. See, Haaland should know he needs to go near post there. Because unlike the not Sport again, the Sevilla game, because it's pretty much like the Sevilla goal, that first one. But De Bruyne didn't put it in first time, he took an extra touch, which meant that he was never going to make it past the keeper. Are they? Honestly, I didn't know that. I don't know if you watch, what's it called? Simple History? Simple History, I think it's called. One of my favourite channels. I say that, I can't remember the name of it, but I've not watched it for a while. And they do like cartoon history lessons, and one of them's on Australia and the emu wars. It's pretty funny. It's like, how'd you lose against emus? But you do. They lost. Here we go. Now it's gone back to the halfway line again. Where you can see them pushing up, and you got Grealish, De Bruyne, and Haaland all offside. Sterling has scored. Sterling might be the best player in the league. Sterling has scored for Chelsea. 1-0 Chelsea against Leipzig. No, Salzburg. They're playing Salzburg, aren't they? Are they playing Salzburg? Or are they playing Leipzig? They're playing one of the Red Bull teams. Let's have a look. Salzburg, they're playing. I've been to Salzburg. If you haven't been to Salzburg, highly recommend it. It is my favourite place. I actually want to live there one day. I think it's really, really good. And that was Chelsea's first shot on target. You see, have a shot on target. They're going. You got to press high. It's just not enough press. There's just not enough urgency. You know, I don't mind Stones being on, to be honest with you. I like Stones, and I don't think he's doing a bad job where he is. I think he does better there than Walker. Look at that counter, though. And what did we say at half time? The counter attack. You know, it's great defending by Akanji, that. It really is good defending. He's done really, really well. Because if he didn't track him then, if he didn't slide in when he did, that was in. From the way he chips over Edison, we're taking the mick out of him. Oh. And Cancelo doing his usual thing. Cancelo, I don't think Cancelo can concentrate for 90 minutes. I really don't. The amount of times I've seen him just pass the ball away when this, like, it's easier not to give it away. Rodgers to De Bruyne. Give it inside. I mean, it looked like he was. It looked like De Bruyne was fouled. But I think because it's inside the box, the ref doesn't want to give it. Oh. Haaland tried to touch it through the defence there, and Rodgers fouled him. That's going to be a yellow. I think because it's inside the box, he didn't want to give it. It's not a foul though, is it? He was checked. He was. He did check him. And he did stop him running through on purpose. But he also didn't really go left or right. I hope he's offside, because how easy, yeah, I mean, referee's signaling that he was offside, but how easy he actually just got past them all then. Keep it simple, there you go. Keep it simple. Gundogan has it running towards the halfway line. He goes out wide to Stonesy boy. First touch to De Bruyne. Just... That was well done by Stones. Mahrez goes back. Stones is just walking forward with it now. Mahrez not really doing anything for him. Gives it to Rodri. And Cancelo just running around in a circle there, not even trying to make space. He's just ambling. But he gets it anyway from Grealish. Rodri chips it forward. Mahrez ain't going to jump for that, ever. And they're on the counter again. Bellingham has it. Outside of the foot, that was nice, that. I mean, you have to ask as well, that ball by Stones, again, he had such an easy pass to Mahrez on the right. And instead, he's delayed it, and then he's just... Oh my god, how's he... So poor. So poor. Like, the passing's bad, the urgency's poor, like, there's no real pressure on the ball when they've got it. It really is a poor performance so far from the team. And I've seen it too many times this season already. Yeah, we're not beating this season yet, but honestly, we've not been great. Alvarez is coming on. And it's about time he's playing them three. So Bernardo's coming on. Alvarez is coming on. Good goal. Bellingham, of course, it is. So poor. We're so poor. The only thing I can say is I hope they're sitting in now. And you look at it again, one meaningful attack. Flicked on, no one at the back. Grealish too slow to closing down. Bellingham straight in. No one went with him. Akanji didn't. I mean, Edison didn't have a chance there. He wasn't going to save that. Yeah, Bellingham does love scoring against us. He scored that good goal, didn't he? Last season before. And you could argue he probably had one our ground as well in that other game, because that foul on Edison was not a foul, but they deserve it. I've got to say, they played better, and Pep's making these changes a minute too late. Bloody hell, the whole team's coming on. Mahrez off, I agree, 100%. He's got to take Gundogan off as well. Like I said, the Gundogan De Bruyne thing does not work. It doesn't work. Good news is usually when City go behind, the stream gets extremely busy with the Liverpool and United fans. Well, there's half an hour to go, and I said it at half time. I've said it a few times already tonight. Is that we've gone through games like this where we played really poor and then we've turned it on at the end. We're going to have to do it again. Bottom was unlucky there. Look at Alvarez already running at the keeper. I've been doing that. So the only thing I can hope for now is that Dortmund sit in, try and defend, hit us on the counter, and we just prevent that. Napoli are beating Rangers as well. That's a good result if Napoli hang on to that. Beating Rangers in Glasgow, not easy to do. He seems to be playing De Bruyne on the right wing for some reason. I don't know what is going on here. He's playing Alvarez in De Bruyne's usual spot. It might go 4-4-2 actually, looking at it. But look at how, like, even just doing this little passing around in their half, Bernardo and Foden, it's so much quicker. Dortmund are making a change as well. Giovanni Reina coming on. No, Giovanni Reina coming off. Reina. Marlon. Always get him on FIFA. He's quick. On FIFA he is anyway. Rangers is 0-0. Napoli pen was retaken. Foden getting into the box is too high, but De Bruyne is on the far side now. De Bruyne should have gone to the edge of the box. The stones are there. That was poor from him. But already in these last 3 minutes since going behind, we've been a bit more urgent. Over the top for Allen, touches it for Alvarez. Don't fall on Julian. Nah, it's going to be a free kick. That's a shame. Here's the goal again. Here's a good ball in by Royce. Oh, and he goes between Haaland and Kanji. Neither of them move. And the frustration starts creeping. You can see Roger there shaking his head. He's not happy. Cancelo's heads it, but it goes out for a throw. PSG, they're getting beat again, are they? Not been keeping up with them. Yeah. Oh, Benfica beating Juventus. Benfica beating Juventus. Cracking. Love that. That group's going to be a bit interesting, isn't it? Those scores stay the same. It'll be an interesting group. Of Maccabi Haifa can get a goal. Another one against PSG. Oh yeah, and we're unbeaten. I saw this earlier. We're unbeaten in our last 20 home games in the Champions League. So this is also going to be a disappointing result for that. This is my fault in the match preview for saying we're going to win by 3 or 4. No, I expect us to win. I never say I expect us to win. Teach me a lesson. Never go into a game confident. But we've really done nothing. And I watched Borussia Dortmund on the weekend against Red Bull Leipzig. They were terrible. That was pretty nice by Bernardo. Alan tried to feed it to Cancelo, but didn't quite pay off. Get in the box. There you go. De Bruyne whips it in. Too close to the keeper again. Everything's gone to the keeper. Caught absolutely everything. Just one of those nights, isn't it? One of those nights. One of those where nothing works. You know, it's been one of those days for me, to be honest. Tell you what, that chip we were in then. De Bruyne chips it over for Haaland, who actually gets behind the defence for once. Right foot shot, keeper saves, corner. Keeper not save it. Thought it was a corner. My bad. Cancelo now running into the box. Just can't keep hold of it, unfortunately. I knew that was going to be a free kick as soon as I saw it. You always know it, don't you? When the attacking team, one of the players goes down on the box and the referee doesn't give it, how many times do you see a free kick for the defensive team seconds later? Yeah, it's good defending. He's just stronger than him. Bell and Marlon. Then we'll do well to come out of this with a draw, to be honest. Shouldn't be looking at winning this now. We should just be looking at getting something from it. Alvarez this time on the right hand side. Him and De Bruyne have swapped. But De Bruyne's gone more central. Alvarez has gone right in that ball in. So close. Nearly made it to Haaland. Still not hit the target of a shot. It's really poor. That ball by Cancelo was so good. Cancelo cut in on his right foot, whips it in. De Bruyne flying in, back post, can't quite get there. Yeah, oh, just bounces over him. He actually made it, it just bounced over him. Yeah, they've had 3 shots and scored. And that happens to us all too frequently as well. Nice Bernardo sweeping up there when Rodri couldn't. We're finding space now. Now we've got the right front 3 on. This should be an indication to Pep about who to play in the important games. That was a really nice chip. That was that Royce. That was really nice done. It was. Chan going down, pretending he's hurt. Here we go. Here we go. It starts. Paris Saint-Germain now beating Maccabi Haifa. Mbappe got the second. Look at that team. You got Mbappe and Messi, you want to just coming through Maccabi Haifa. And this time Napoli have scored a penalty. They got the other one retaken. Saved. What defending that is. Haaland had a tap in Hummels. He's telling people to push forward. He's trying to get him to press. You can see him. That ball by Foden though. It's cruel how close that is. That time wasting again, I think. We're not seeing the highlights, but that was like someone's. Better if everyone plays like 2 minutes of injured time as well. Or corner. Absolutely shocking corner. Why are we so obsessed with these near post corners? Again, it nearly finds its way to Haaland on the back post. You can see this being a free kick to them. Akanji hunting them down. He's tripped. He's tripped. Ah, oh, he did really well there. And then Stones heads it out. But yeah, we've increased intensity and we're actually doing something with the ball, but it's too late. It's too late. Gotta do better. Playing lots of long balls now. I mean, that's a foul, ref. That's a foul. I mean, he's pushed him in his back, which is why he lost the ball. He is. Bellingham's got his arms around him. And he knocks him off balance when he's trying to go past Royce. Man, the time wasting is really kicked in. Aki's on it at the moment. Not really doing much, just passing around. He gives it to Kanji on his right. He goes out wide to De Bruyne. Bernardo. But again, now they're all in a position. They've got all 11 players on the edge of their box. We're just passing around, back forward, just going back. Intel tries the outside of the foot pass, doesn't come off. We're not getting any of the luck now. Not saying we're getting any anyway, but all the bouncings are going for them and... Another near post corner, and looks like he's going out for a goal kick here off Rodri. Honestly, we've done that short corner, not short corner, but the near post corner about 10 times tonight. I think every single corner. And it's not come off once. Salzburg have scored against Chelsea. That's 1-1. Akanji did really, really well there. Akanji did really well. I mean, the players getting frustrated now. Roger there fired Marlon for the ball. Well, they've done this to themselves, playing as poorly as they did for as long as they did. So of course you're going to be seeing time wasting now. Well. Well. Didn't see that coming. Whack. Stonesy boy. Keeper pulls his hands away from it. Keeper actually pulled his hand away from it. It's good hit though. Better play the Stones. Didn't see that going, but 10 minutes left. No, he's Cancelo on the left. Chips it in. I mean, that was our first shot on target as well, when you look at it. That's got the crowd going as well. It's got the crowd going. So now you should, because they've taken off their strike to put Marlon up front. They made a defensive change, and of course, when you smash a goal in from like 20 yards, which the keeper should be saving in fairness. Now everyone's just, every time Stones touches the ball, crowd yelling, shoot. Yeah, now it's just all us. It's wave after wave now. Roger edge of the box. He likes to shoot. He does. I think he scuffed it wide anyway. But it's blocked out of Stones. Gives it to Kev. Who's trying to find Mahrez. Not Mahrez. Haaland. I don't know why I said Mahrez. He's not even on the pitch. Alvarez wins it back. Rodri just chips in the box to no one in particular. But Dortmund have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yellow shirts on the edge of their box. What a goal. What a goal that is. What a goal that is. What a pass. What a goal. Outside of the foot by Cancelo, I think it was. And the big Norwegian doesn't want to hit the ball. Doesn't want to hit it. Just a flying kick. Back past the keeper. Wrong foots him. We don't deserve that. But I'll tell you what. Don't concede now. Don't throw it all away. Don't throw all the hard work away in the last 10 minutes. You can see him doing it though, because again, this defense He should be doing better than that. He should be hitting the target. I think it was Foden to let him run. Oh, he's got to be hitting the target there. Chelsea still 1-0. Salzburg. Copenhagen, Sevilla 0-0. Juventus 2-1. Getting beat 2-1 by Benfica. Paris Saint-Germain beating Maccabi Haifa 2-1. Napoli beating Rangers 1-0. Here's Alvarez on the left now. Looking for Haaland. He's not in the box yet. Get to tie it up. Ridiculous. It's nice having a goal scoring machine again, isn't it? It's Foden now. He tries to feed it through for Cancelo. Now Cancelo's got to do his defensive duties. Looks knackered out there though, in fairness to him. Two shots on target, 2 goals. Can't ask for any more than that. There's his dad, Alfie. Recreating it. Alfie's like, I can't get my foot up that high. Referee seen play on there, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he let that challenge go, but he did. Dortmund making a couple more subs. Looks like they're bringing on more pace. What we need in the 88th minute. Royce going off. He's had a good game in Royce. Napoli have got a second against Rangers. And Real Madrid have got a 80th minute winner, looks like, against Leipzig. Napoli have had a great start to this campaign. Did I change the score? I think I did. I didn't. That's poor. Just as I look down, Alvarez has a shot. Oof. Roger did really well getting the ball ahead of Bellingham. Kevin just hits it there. Goes back post instead towards Bernardo. Lovely feed from Bernardo. He gives it out to Cancelo. He gives it left to Phil. He gives it inside to Bernardo. Gives it back to Phil. I think that was a no-look pass as well. Foden nearly wins the corner. Doesn't. Don't foul him. They don't. Bernardo wins it back. Edge of the box there. Rodri. Now De Bruyne. Oh, he tries to feed it to Haaland. Doesn't quite make it to him. Well done, Ake. Ake's had a great game again. He's done really well there defensively, winning the goal kick. Phillips coming on to see the game out for us. Bernardo harassing them. Foden wins it. Well done. Bernardo and Foden have changed this game as well along with Alvarez. Their energy. Gives it to Haaland. Gives it to Alvarez. Hit it. Someone hit it. I think Foden tried to put it in the box. It's kind of a heavy pass by Bernardo. Ball pass. And it's going to be a City throw midway inside the City half. And it brings Phillips onto the pitch. Haaland going off. Such a good goal by him as well. That's ridiculous. I've been a bit critical of him this season as well, going with his feet and not his head. But I mean, you do you, buddy. Real Madrid have a second. Paris Saint-Germain have a third against Maccabi Haifa. Well, yo, Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe all scored against Maccabi Haifa. Just got to see out now. Oh my god. Marlon taking the mick out defence. Don't let him back in. There's only 30 seconds left. Napoli have got a third. Napoli are 3-0 up against Rangers. 91st minute. Rangers had a play sent off and then it just all went downhill in the last half an hour. Well, last 20 minutes for them. Possibly a bit harsh, but that's just the way it is. It looks like we're beating Dortmund 2-1 again. Love that scoreline against them. As far as that's not free kick, ref. I mean, he's gone through the back of him there. Phillips wins it. Nice and strong. Like that. No messing about. And then Foden fouls him. What's Bellingham getting mad for? Get off, Bellingham, you idiot. What are you doing? Final whistle goes. 2-1. Another win against Borussia Dortmund. Made it look easy. Sort of. But there it is. I mean, I didn't see that coming. That was boring. Pep's going mad at the ref. I think he's saying protect the players. And then Pep hugs him. Pep's still yelling at him. But yeah, good win. Well, I say a good win. It was a poor win. It was a poor game. It was boring in the first half. Dortmund did their job. You know, they went in front. Stone scores from 20 yards out, and the keeper should be saving. I don't know what he's doing. People are going to be claiming fixed. Haaland. Hey man, stop yelling at him. But yeah, Haaland wins it. You just knew it was going to be him as well. You just knew. He was obviously going to score against his old team. So yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for joining. Those that did, make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit subscribe as well if you're new. Thank you very much, as always. And yeah, I'll be doing a live watch along for the Wolves game on Saturday, 12:30 kickoff. Make sure to join for that. And I'll be doing my match reaction straight after this. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.